New Philadelphia, Norwalk, Canton South tonight on Academic Challenge.
Academic Challenge is brought to you by Westfield Insurance. And now, here's the host of Academic Challenge, Jason Nicholas.
Hey there, good evening. I'm Jason Nicholas, and welcome to Academic Challenge. The challenge is simple. These three teams will compete for points by answering questions covering math, science, history, and other topics. First, let's take a look at our team standings, because at the end of the season, the top three scoring teams will return for our championship showdown. But these points are very important for another reason. Westfield Insurance will grant $20,000 to the top 10 schools that compete this season on Academic Challenge. Let's get started in our opening match. It is the lightning round. In this round, all three teams compete. We award 10 points for a correct answer. We'll subtract 10 points for an incorrect or no answer. We start each team tonight with 100 points. Here we go. This is not a time to let sleeping dogs lie, because this round is all about dogs, real and fictional, and things associated with dogs. Here we go. This Disney dog shares its name with a former planet. New Philly.
Pluto.
Pluto is right. Isaac Newton's dog was named for this hardest gem. Canton South?
Diamond.
Yes. The entrance to Hades was guarded by this mythical three-headed Canton South.
Cerberus.
That is correct. The Isle of Dogs is located in this London river. Norwalk.
The Thames.
That is correct. The phrase dogs of war is from this Shakespeare play set in ancient Rome. New Philly.
Julius Caesar.
Yes. Often sitting on top of his dog house is this beagle, Charlie Brown's pet. New Philly.
Snoopy.
Snoopy is right. Buddy was the dog of what 42nd president? A Democrat. New Philly?
Bill Clinton.
Clinton is right. A breed of dogs is named for these mountains separating France from Spain. Norwalk?
Pyrenees.
That is right. In a proverb, those lying down with dogs get up with these insects. Norwalk?
Fleas.
Correct. For our final lightning round question, let's go over to our friend Judy Hunter from the APL in Cleveland.
Here at the Cleveland Animal Protective League, we try to find loving homes for animals in need. There are many breeds of dogs, and right now the most popular breed around the country is a retriever named for what region of Canada?
Norwalk.
Labrador.
Labrador Retriever is right, and that does it for our opening round. A tight match will meet these three great teams as Academic Challenge continues.
Just like anything can happen in the game you're about to watch, anything can happen in life. That's why there's Westfield Insurance.
Our employees and agency partners are here for you when the unexpected happens. Help put the pieces back together and give you peace of mind.
In addition to high school quiz shows, we support programs like teen driver safety and community involvement.
The bottom line is that we value what you value.
So thanks for tuning in. Now let's watch these sharp young minds compete in what's sure to be an exciting match.
From Cuyahoga Community College is Christopher Kinsella, Assistant Professor of History. Welcome back to Academic Challenge. It's time now for a mix it up around here. The questions were 20 points. There's no penalty for an incorrect answer. If the team answers all 6 questions correctly, they'll receive those very important 25 bonus points. First, let's take some time to learn about team number 1 from New Philadelphia, located in Tuscarawas County. New Philadelphia High School is home to 900 students, grades 9 to 12. The school offers 14 AP courses and a pre-engineering program called Project Lead the Way, which blends the skill sets learned in science, technology, engineering, and math. NPHS was rated by Newsweek as a top 2,000 high school and was selected by U.S. News and World Reports as one of the top high schools in the state. Owen is the captain of New Philadelphia. Owen goes to the Kent State branch in Tuscarawas County. Tell us more about yourself, Owen.
Oh, I'd like to thank our coaches, Mr. Homart and Mr. Bittaker.
All right, very good. Over to Whitney. Whitney, you're in the band. Tell everyone at home more about Whitney.
I'm also part of my school's National Honor Society, and I'm also on my cross-country team. I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me.
All right, very good. Finally, over to Hart. Hart, you run cross-country.
I run cross-country. I'm participating in track, and I also run my own business.
Fantastic. Hart, Owen, Whitney, New Philadelphia. Questions just for you. Choose one word from each column. You'll name what annual horse race, the first of the Triple Crown events.
Kentucky Derby.
You got it. If children at a birthday party were running around wildly, they might best be described by which of these adjectives?
Rambunctious.
Rambunctious, yes. According to Norse mythology, these were the two goats that drew the chariot of what Norse god of thunder?
Thor.
Thor, correct. This phrase subtitles the memoirs of a 19th century German statesman whose name was given to the capital city of North Dakota.
Bismarck.
Bismarck, yes. Here you have definitions for what two words that are spelled differently, pronounced the same.
Weak.
Weak is right. 25 bonus points possible here. New Philadelphia. Here you have J. Paul Getty's advice for getting rich. To complete it, put in the blank what slick, dark, greasy substance which gave Getty his fortune.
Oil.
25 bonus points for New Philadelphia. Nice job. Team 2 tonight is Norwalk, located in Huron County. Norwalk has a student population of over 800 students. A holistic curriculum includes 16 honors and AP courses, several engineering courses in the Project Lead the Way program, and numerous courses in art, choir, band, and orchestra. A recently implemented one-to-one tablet PC program allows students to use technology in the classroom. Students also participate in a wide range of extracurricular activities, including the Nerd Nation robotics team. Ben is the captain of Norwalk. Ben is the swim team captain as well.
I would also like to thank our coaches. I plan on studying biology and pre-medicine at the University of Minnesota.
Okay, very good. A future Golden Gopher there. Jennifer, you're the president of the art club. Tell us more about Jennifer.
All right, I'm also part of the cross-country team, and I'm the captain, and I'm part of National Honor Society.
Terrific. Over to Caleb. Caleb, you're in the robotics club. Tell us more about Caleb.
I also participate in the band, and last year our robotics team was a world qualifying team.
Terrific. Caleb, Ben, Jennifer, Norwalk. These questions only for you. One word from each column. You'll name what westernmost province of Canada?
British Columbia.
That is right. Which of these three words describes someone who is tongue-tied and cannot express himself clearly?
Inarticulate.
Inarticulate. If you wanted to travel from one of these countries to the other, you have to cross what mountain range on their border?
The Alps.
The Alps, correct. This is the subtitle of the biography of what American who was a San Francisco banker before becoming the Union general who marched through Georgia?
Sherman.
William Tecumseh Sherman is right. Here you have clues for what two words that sound alike but are spelled differently?
Ark.
Yeah, the Ark. Bonus, 25 points possible here. To complete this quotation from one philosopher, add what royal title that names a work by Machiavelli? Royal title, names a work by Machiavelli. Have a guess here? No guess? Prince is the right answer there. Norwalk, well done. Perfect round except for that final one. Well, you might get it. Canton South is our final team tonight. It's a four-year comprehensive school in Stark County. Serves the hub as the hub for the Southern Stark Career Academy. Each of the over 800 students is issued a laptop computer in a one-to-one technology initiative, enhancing learning opportunities. In addition to career tech classes, a partnership with a local college allows Canton South to offer 16 dual enrollment courses for its students. Matthew, the captain of Canton South. Matthew is in the band. Tell everyone at home more about Matthew.
I would like to thank our captain, Mr. Breedlove, and our alternate, Joseph.
All right, very good. Over to Nicholas. Nicholas, you're the senior editor of the school newspaper. Tell us more.
All right, I'm also a member of NHS and the band, and I'd also, again, like to thank our alternate and coach.
Very good. Over to Jacob. Jacob hopes to attend Akron U. Tell us more about Jacob.
Yeah, I want to study chemical engineering. I'd like to thank my friends, family, and coach.
All right, very good. Canton South, Nicholas, Matthew, Jacob. These questions just for you. With one word from each column, you can get what nickname of the Cavalry Volunteers organized by Teddy Roosevelt to fight the Spanish-American War?
Rough Riders.
Rough Riders, correct. Which of these words would you properly use as a synonym for warlike?
Bellicose.
That is right. These animals frighten characters in what Michael Crichton novel whose sequel is The Lost World?
Velociraptors.
Well, we're asking what novel. The answer is Jurassic Park. These words subtitle a biography of what 17th and 18th century Russian czar known as the Great?
Nicholas.
Peter. Here you see clues to what two words that are pronounced alike but spelled differently? answer? Guess. The answer is U, E-W-E-N-Y-O-U. To complete this quote from Oscar Wilde, add what European city where you can visit the Louvre Museum?
Paris.
Paris is right. Good job, Canton South. That's the end of the round. Relatively tight match here. More Q&A right after this.
I'm Kim Lucarelli of Oswald Companies, a Westfield partner, bringing you the Sharing Knowledge, Building Trust question of the week. True or false? Trees, shrubs, and plants are covered under a homeowner's insurance policy.
For the answer and a chance to win a Kindle, visit westfieldinsurance.com/academic challenge.
Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Before we begin our next round, let's recap our scores so far tonight. Third place, 180 points, Canton South. Second place, 240, Norwalk. In the lead tonight, still very early though, 285, New Philadelphia. Now it is time for the picture-perfect round. Each correct answer here worth 10 points, but a wrong or no answer will cost 10 points. So all three teams are playing. Hands on your buzzers. Eyes on the monitor. Here we go. Here you see just a tiny fraction of the 100 billion stars that make up what spiral galaxy of which our solar system is a part of, Norwalk?
Milky Way.
The Milky Way is right. Tourists in Italy can visit this fountain whose central figure is what classical goddess of the hunt? Canton South.
Artemis.
Artemis is right, or Diana. The cheetah is the world's fastest land animal, but traveling almost as fast is the pronghorn variety of what deer-like animal? Canton South.
Antelope.
Antelope, correct. Solve what you see right here for X. New Philly.
X equals 3.
X equals 3. Well done. Here you have a nighttime view of what T-initialed city, Arizona's second largest. Canton South.
Tucson.
Tucson, right. Roses were first planted near the White House by what president, who was also our first vice president? New Philly.
John Adams.
John Adams, correct. In Persepolis, these carved stones are relics of what ancient empire ruled by Darius and Xerxes? Canton South.
Persian.
Persian is right. Eating chocolate, as mentioned in this issue of Cleveland Magazine, induces relaxation by increasing these types of brain waves, the 8th letter of the Greek alphabet. Kind of waves, 8th letter of the Greek alphabet? Theta is the right answer there. All right, grab some chocolate. Come back with us. More Q&A right after this. Let's welcome our team advisors tonight from Canton South, Clay Breedlove from New Philadelphia, Scott Homer and Thomas Binnicker, and from Norwalk, Amy Swope and Chris Cloud. Time to get back on our night now with hot picks one at a time. I'll ask each team 8 questions. The correct response, 20 points. No penalty for a wrong answer. Any team answering all 8 questions correctly will receive those very important 25 bonus points. First up, team number 1, New Philadelphia. We go over to Ben from Norwalk. Ben, 1, 2, 3, or 4?
4.
Envelope number 4 for New Philadelphia. Here we go. Questions just for you. Because crocus flowers bloom early in the spring, the crocus was an emblem of what saint associated with February the 14th?
Valentine.
And isn't that convenient? Today is Valentine's Day. That is correct. Ghost stories usually feature humans, but Vachel Lindsay wrote a poem about the ghost of what large, shaggy animal that once dominated the American plains?
Buffalo.
Buffalo or bison, correct. While the Elizabethans called Sir Francis Drake a sea dog, Drake's enemies compared him to what mythical fire-breathing monster?
Dragon.
Dragon is right. To the science question, to the monitor there, of these 3 terms, which one most commonly refers to a structure that permits selective permeability between an animal cell and its environment?
Cell membrane.
That is right. If you bought a set of Royal Copenhagen plates in the country of their origin, you'd have purchased them in what Scandinavian country?
Denmark.
Yes, after hearing his first 2 initials, J.D., you'd recognize what author of The Catcher in the Rye?
Salinger.
That is right. Monitor math question. Simplify this expression.
6.
6 is right. 25 bonus points possible here for New Philadelphia. Aaron Burr ended Alexander Hamilton's life. But what 7th president ended the national bank that Hamilton had founded? 7th president.
John Quincy Adams.
Andrew Jackson. Right answer there. Well done, though, New Philly. Only missed one. Takes a commanding lead. Team 2, Norwalk. We go over to Matthew from Canton South. Hey, Matt, what'll it be, 1, 2, or 3?
2, please.
Envelope number 2 for Norwalk. Just for you, here we go. You'd be setting out on a journey of over 2,300 miles if you followed the course of what long U.S. river called the Father of Waters?
The Mississippi.
That is right. John Donne's poem Song tells us to go and catch what falling celestial object, such as Alpha Centauri?
Stars.
Star is right. In 1564, Cardinal Salviati hurried to give the last rites to what artist who had painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling?
Michelangelo.
That is right. To the monitor for your science question. Which of these is an enzyme which changes fats into fatty acids and glycerin?
Lipase.
That is right. A type of ice cream, snow flavored with honey, was a favorite dessert of what ancient Macedonian conqueror known as the Great?
Alexander.
That is right. Mary Shelley wrote what novel subtitled The Modern Prometheus, which later became a classic horror film?
Frankenstein.
That is correct. To the monitor, your math question. What is the value of x?
10.
X equals 10. 25 bonus points possible here in Norwalk. Both English and Swahili are official languages in what East African country whose capital is Dodoma and whose largest city is Dar es Salaam?
Ethiopia.
Tanzania is the right answer there. Boy, everyone except the final one there, the first 2. Let's see if Canton South can run through it here. We've got 1 and 3. Owen from New Philly. What'll it be?
1.
Envelope number 1 for the gentleman of Canton South. These questions just for you. Before our federal constitution went into effect, it had to be ratified by how many of the original colonies? The number 2 equal to 3 squared.
9.
9 is right. Mount Anaconagua is not hard only to spell, it's also hard to climb. It's the tallest peak in what mountain chain that runs the length of South America?
Andes.
That is correct. Thomas Jefferson got Congress to appropriate funds so that what 2 men could explore the new Louisiana Territory?
Lewis and Clark.
That is right. To the bottom of your science question. Which of these is a secretion from a ductless gland that is released into the blood and exerts its primary action at a specific target organ?
Hormone.
Hormone is right. When a person suffers a decisive defeat, we sometimes say he has suffered a setback comparable to that suffered by Napoleon when he was defeated by Wellington in what battle in 1815?
Waterloo.
Waterloo is right. One popular form of Japanese poetry is what kind of classic verse that has a total of 17 syllables in 3 lines?
Haiku.
Haiku is right. To the monitor your math question. D equals 25 here. What is the value of this expression? Give your answer, though, as a fraction in lowest terms, if you could.
4 over 1.
4/5 is the right answer there. Final question. Over the 100-plus years it was in effect, more than 2 million people received land under what Land Grant Act signed into law in 1862? Guys have a guess on this one, Canton South? Looking for the Homestead Act. Well done, though, and we had a pretty good match going. Anyone's game as we head into our final grab bag round. Stay close.
For complete information about everything academic, visit us online at newsnet5.com/academic challenge.
All right, small but ruckus crowd tonight, East 30th and Euclid. Welcome back to AC. Before we continue, let's recap the scores so far tonight. Third place, 340, Canton South. Second place, 390, Norwalk. In the lead tonight, heading into the big grab bag round, New Philadelphia, 445. Now it is time for the grab bag round. It's a free-for-all. Each correct answer here, 20 points. Team will lose 20 points for a wrong or no answer. Also some visual questions here. Those are plus or minus a whopping 30. Get you right back in the game. Again, this is for all three teams, so everyone, hands on your buzzers. Our grab bag round begins now. The Virginia Resolves of 1765 attacked what British parliamentary act that sounds as if it would be of particular interest to a philatelist? Canton South?
The Stamp Act.
Stamp Act is right. Indians of our Pacific Northwest gave the nickname Tacoma to what mountain that is now the highest Washington State peak, Norwalk?
Mount Rainier.
That is right. What same word refers both to a small unit of time and to a man who assists a participant in a duel? New Philly.
Second.
That's right. To the monitor, this sketch here of artist Henry Borkin was made by his cousin. What American better known for his musical compositions such as Rhapsody in Blue? Norwalk.
Gershwin.
That is right. If 10 men can build a wall in 4 days, how many men are needed to build the same size wall in 8 days? Canton South?
5.
5 is right. In the U.S., the average man's haircut is most expensive in what Alaskan city that shares its name with a K-initialed bear? New Philly.
Kodak.
Kodak? I think that's incorrect. Kodiak is the right answer. Choice is the process by which electrons are added to or taken away from an initially neutral atom known as sublimation, ionization, or neutralization. New Philly?
Ionization.
Ionization is right. To the monitor. After seeing one of his pictures sold at auction, what 19th century French artist noted for his paintings of ballet dancers made this remark? Norwalk.
Degas.
That is right. The opening lines of Shakespeare's Macbeth are spoken by what specific number of witches? New Philly.
3.
3 is right. Franklin Roosevelt was the first president who invited to his inauguration all the members of what so-called college established by the Constitution? New Philly.
Electoral college.
Electoral is right. Modern researchers suspect it was a strep infection that killed what Austrian composer who had written such operas as The Magic Flute? Mozart. To the monitor. Located on the Vina River. This is what capital city of Latvia? Norwalk.
Riga.
Riga is right. The Washington Monument is the world's tallest example of what kind of O-initialed monolith that rises? Norwalk.
Obelisk.
That is right. The French Revolution has provided the setting for a number of novels, including what 1859 work by Dickens? New Philadelphia got in before the buzzer rang. Need an answer, guys? Nothing. A tale of two cities. That would have won you the game. Wow, what a match we had. Take a look at the final standings tonight. Third place, 380 points, Canton South. Second place, very close, 485, New Philadelphia. And our winner tonight, getting into our top 10, 520, Norwalk. Wow, what a game. Hey, don't forget, join us next week. We have another edition, Avon Lake, Chardon, and Midview. I'm Jason Nicholas. We'll see you next week for another edition of Academic Challenge. Good night, everybody.
Academic Challenge has been brought to you by Westfield Insurance.